My contemplation this morning is on the single window for trade. This is a very good development. It's been a while. I mean, it's been something that's been in the work for a long time. The last administration also tried to do something about it. But eventually, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been able to find the courage to get this done. I don't know what has delayed it. You know, whenever you look at government, the more you look, the less you see. So my contribution this morning is actually on how to make it work. I was at the event yesterday. That's the stakeholder engagement or launching. I don't even know what to call it, for single window for trade. And here are my observation. Let me talk about the single window for. What is it about? It's actually an online platform that streamlines the processes. By consolidating information and documentation for custom and regulatory compliance. An online platform. And the online platform is designed to streamline trade processes and consolidate all the information and documentation for custom and other regulatory compliance. Now, I observed something at the event yesterday, and it's not a good one for us, sincerely, and it's because, you know, when the president inaugurated this committee last year, April, Nasima president has been very vocal. I've been at different events that he's been very, very vocal about the fact that that's Delioye, that look, this is not good for the private sector, that how on earth could be the FRS boss be the head? How on earth will the FRS boss be the head of a program or a platform that will be used by private sector? And you know, I mean, you know, I know typically people will advise president, make recommendation, and president will approve. The people that advise presidents on this one did not do well. In fact, I saw the reason why this committee was mainly, not just headed by public sector, mainly driven by public sector. Now, is it not interesting? You are designing a platform that will be used by private sector, but the major people in the committee, even in the program, are public sector people. Let me give you an example. You know, I was at the event yesterday and I have the program here, so I will read some of the program for you. And sincerely, it's not nice. And my prayer and desire is that it will be successful, because I mean, if it's successful, it's good for all of us, particularly those of us that are stakeholder in the trade sector. I noticed that all the presentation, the first from day one we have the head of the secretariat speaking. Then we have the chairman of FRS speaking. We have the chairman of Nigeria Sovereign Investment Agency speaking. We have the Nigerian Port Authority MD speaking. We have the Controller General of Customs speaking. We have Minister of Trade speaking. We have Minister of Finance speaking. We have Minister of Marine and Blue Economy speaking. And then we have the Managing Director of FAN speaking. Then on now, no private sector speaking yet. In the first panel, the DG of Custom, AFCFTA coordinator, NESRA, Nigeria Shippers Council, UNCTAD, essay to the president on the policy coordination. No private sector. Now, only towards the end of day one, you will see one private sector, and they gave him only 20 minutes. And that is Mr. Shekadri, DG of Man. Only 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. Then we have the president of Association of Custom License Agent. Only 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes. Look at the agency of government that have spoken. Day 2, UNCTAD speaking. Another UN agency speaking. Another agency, One African Alliance on E-commerce speaking. And single window implementation in Kenya, someone speaking on it. Then in Senegal, someone speaking on it also. Then we now have the second panel session. What are those on the panel? Nigerian Port Consultant Council, Nigerian Single Window, Nasima, MDFX, another freight forwarder. Now, then day 3, Day 3, another UN agency. You know what I noticed? Now, go and look at the current platform. Everybody submit to the bank. Everybody submit to the bank. If you are doing import, you submit to the bank for review. If you are doing export, submit to the bank for review. I cannot see bank on this panel. I cannot see any bank on this panel. I can't see proper representation of private sector on this panel. You know, it's amazing the way we do something in our country, actually. And I'm not doing this. The reason why I'm saying this, actually, is just to draw the attention. What we are doing is good. We should continue. It's important. I'm just concerned about implementation and ensure that it is fit for purpose. Here's my recommendation. The agency coordinating, the chairman, FRS, boss, and all the other agency coordinating, I would recommend there should be a session for only the banks. Another session. And another session for only the importer and exporter in the room. So that we can tell you the other issues you have not heard from the government agency and factor everything into this program. If the Nigerian single window for trade is going to be successful, we must carry all the stakeholders along. 3 critical stakeholders are not well represented. Number 1, you can't choose only Man and Nasima and give them 15-20 minutes to speak, and that will represent the contribution. And all the other people speaking, private sector, public sector, all the other people speaking, public sector. The thing you are telling us, one person can do it in a presentation. One presentation can do all of that, what you have done. And then the private sector can now tell you what they want you to do. I actually think that, let me tell you how important this is. They engaged one of the big 4. I don't want to mention, one of the big 4 was engaged that is being worked with on this project. And incidentally, I knew one of the staff. He met me and we knew somewhere else, and he was talking to me, and I was saying that, why is it that you guys are organizing this thing this way? And I started talking to him about the concern of even the current platform, both the trade.gov.ng and the trade-system.gov.ng for import and export. And he started jotting, and he told me they've gone round doing engagement. They've gone around, and he's talking to me alone, and he's jotting down and hearing some new things. And I'm just one exporter, one person dealing with importer, dealing with exporter, and engaging in international trade. Imagine if you are now engaging with many importers, many exporters, at least having 50 importers, 50 exporters in the room, engaging with them, and another section for only the banks engaging with them. Imagine how robust information you will get that need to be incorporated on this platform if it is going to work, if it's going to be effective, if it's going to be efficient, if it's going to be fit for purpose. I don't want a session in which you finish this, then you now say, we discover we need to do an upgrade, we need to do an amendment, we need to do an update, we need to do this, something you are just doing. Why can't we put all that together? The users are the one that should be able to tell the committee, the presidents, and set up on what should be on this platform. And quite frankly, this particular user has been completely alienated, has been completely sidelined, has been completely... In fact, one of the moderators was asking, private sector, you see all the hand. Public sector, very few hand. Private sector, few hand. Public sector, you see all the hand. So, majority of people that are there yesterday were... In fact, many of them came because their boss were there. The minister was there. So, the staff of the ministers were there. About 3 ministers were there. Minister of Trade, Minister of Blue Economy and Marine and Blue Economy, and Minister of, Minister of Finance also was there. And their aides are all going to be there. All the people that follow them will be there. So, the people were just packed full with public sector people. I was there for practically yesterday, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed. And I believe strongly we can do a lot better than this. We need proper representation of private sector. Man should have, it's not just the DG of man that should be speaking. His member should be there with him to speak. Nasima is not just the DG. The member should be there to speak. The importer should be there. The exporter should be there to be able to speak, so they can share personal experiences beyond what the DG of Nasima and DG of man will be able to do, and be able to ensure that we have an engagement that is really engaging to be able to solve this problem. A lot of countries have implemented this. For example, we have countries like, Kenya will be there. Kenya was being talked about, and Senegal, New Zealand, Canada, Philippines, a number of countries have implemented this. And what are the benefits? Like I define the platform is a platform. This platform is an online platform. As an online platform is designed to streamline the international trade processes, import-export processes, by consolidating information and documentation, both for custom and all the other regulatory agencies. Now, this is going to help to streamline process, reduce paperwork, foster faster clearance. Faster clearance, that's one of the goals. Faster clearance, enhance transparency, improve compliance, enhance transparency, improve compliance, cost savings for businesses, better data management, increase trade facilitation, and simplify regulatory interaction. These are the benefits of this particular platform, and we enjoy this benefit if we do what we need to do. And what we need to do? What we need to do is to ensure there are more engagement. So I would strongly recommend from the FRS boss and the MD of the Secretariat for the National Single Window for Trade program. Number one, we need an engagement with MAN, NACIMA, and their members, particularly importers and exporters. Number two, we need an engagement with the banks alone in the room to tell you the issues and what they need to do, particularly integrating it with their own system. If we're able to do this, then we'll be able to enjoy the benefit of the single window. Many countries have implemented it and has helped. The current platform are not fully integrated. You see a situation when you have the export out of about 17, 18 documents I deal with when I want to export. Only about 5, NXP, Proforma invoice, CCI, next receipt, SGD are on the platform. About 5, 6 documents are on the platform. The remaining 12 documents are not on the platform. 12 additional documents I need to deal with when I am exporting. They are not on the trade Nigeria TradeSystem.gov.ng. TradeSystem.gov.ng. It's not on it. Same for import. You only have Form M, insurance, what's the name? And all the other supporting documents when you are importing, son and the like. When you are clearing for export, for import and export, all the other documents, but when you are clearing, they are not on that platform. They are not on that platform. And it will be good for this platform also to be enabled to facilitate digital trade, so that by the time we have electronic bill of lading, which I assume will be there, I'm just saying, just in case, so that at the end of the day, we can have and it can interface easily with other single window in other countries, so that if a bill of lading is issued from China, it can easily be transferred electronically into our single window. The bank can have it, everybody can have it. That kind of interoperability with a lot of other platforms all around the world. This is my token and recommendation of this platform. Congratulations to Nigeria that we are eventually going to see it live. Ahead is going to take about 2 years, so we might not see it until 2027. But we are on the journey we have started, and the fact that we have started makes a lot of sense. My desire is that it will be done and dusted during this administration, so that no other person will come and just shut it down. You know the way our country is. Policy flip-flop. So the fact that it's going to happen in 2027 will be great. It can happen as soon as possible. The idea is to ensure that we have a better trade platform, to be able to ensure that cost of doing business is lower, and at the end of the day, both the banker, the importers, the exporter, and everybody involved in international trade can enjoy this platform. Remember, many countries are already enjoying it. Singapore, I heard, 2 countries in China, in Africa that will be represented, Senegal and I think Kenya. And I mean, if 2 African countries have implemented it, that means we can do it. So it's something we need to take seriously. It's something we need to do something about. It's something that must work. And the reason I'm talking so passionately like this is because I don't want us to have a situation in which this become a failed platform. This will make us collapse TradeSystem.gov.ng and TradeGov.ng, so we don't have 2 platforms again. And at the end of the day, we have a single platform that are able to address all our issues and concerns as far as international trade in Nigeria is concerned. Thank you very much, everyone that were there yesterday and contributed to the success of this program. I'm hoping that these recommendations are going to be taken seriously and something done about it. So at the end of the day, like I said, we can have a better trade environment, a better economy, and of course, a better country. See you in the next video. This is the end of my contemplation today. Bye-bye.